Okay, let's be real for a second. We all have that LinkedIn profile, right? It's kind of just sitting there. But the big question is it actually working for you? Today, we're going to unpack how you can turn it from this static digital resume into a powerful, active toolkit for your entire professional life. You know, the source for this explainer, LinkedIn for Dummies, absolutely nails it with this quote. It's not just a place to park your resume and let it gather digital dust. Think of it more like a dynamic workshop, a place for building connections, finding opportunities, and really shaping your professional brand. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to shift our mindset about what LinkedIn even is. Then we'll dive into crafting your profile, building out your network, and engaging in a way that actually gets you noticed. After that, we'll look at how to put it all to work for your specific goals, and we'll wrap it all up with a super clear action plan. All right, first things first. We've got to make a fundamental mindset shift. LinkedIn is not some passive document you dust off once a year when you're thinking about a new job. No, it's an active, living platform for managing your professional life. Whether you're actively job hunting, trying to grow a business, or just want to stay in the loop in your industry. So, where do we even begin? Well, it all starts with your profile. You have to think of it as your professional headquarters, your personal brand's homepage that is working for you 24/7. And that's exactly why getting it right is so important. The source really boils it down to 4 absolute must-haves for a solid foundation. You've got your summary. That's where you tell your story. Your experience, where you show your results, not just your duties. Your education, which provides important context. And finally, your skills, which are like quick, verifiable proof of what you can do. Nailing these 4 is absolutely key. Now let's talk about the secret sauce that makes you discoverable. Keywords. Seriously, recruiters, potential clients, future business partners, they're all typing terms into that search bar every single day. If you don't have the right words peppered throughout your profile, you're basically invisible to them. And this slide just illustrates the point perfectly. Take a look at your headline right now. Are you just stating your job title, or are you actually communicating your value? A generic headline says what you are. A benefit-focused one tells people what you can do for them. It is such a small change, but it has a massive impact. Okay, here is a super simple but powerful tip you can literally do in 30 seconds. Dive into your profile settings and customize your public URL. Changing it from that random jumble of letters and numbers to something clean like /in-your-name makes a huge difference. It looks better, it's easier to share, and it's way more professional on a business card or in your email signature. Okay, so you've got a solid profile in place. Now it's time to move from having a static page to building an active network. This is where the magic really happens, where we start making meaningful connections that can open all sorts of doors. First, you've got to understand the landscape. Your network is built on 3 degrees of connection. First degree, those are the people you're directly connected to. Second degree are the friends of friends. And the third degree are their connections. A great way to think of it is like ripples in a pond, with you right at the center. And this, of course, leads us to that age-old question every single LinkedIn user has asked themselves. Should I be focusing on the sheer quantity of my connections, or should I be prioritizing quality? The source materials is crystal clear on this one. The advice is to focus on building a meaningful network. Connect with people you actually know, people you've worked with, or people you have a genuine, solid reason to reach out to. Quality beats quantity every single time. And when you do reach out, please remember the golden rule. Always, and I mean always, write a custom message. Using that default, "I'd like to connect," just looks lazy and frankly a bit spammy. A simple note reminding them how you met or explaining why you want to connect makes all the difference and will dramatically boost your acceptance rate. So, you've built the foundation and you've started connecting. Now what? Well, the next level is active engagement. This is how you build credibility and, just as importantly, how you stay visible and top of mind with your network. So let's break down credibility into 2 key features here: endorsements and recommendations. Endorsements are those quick one-click validations of a skill. They're nice to have for sure, but recommendations are pure gold. A written, personal testimonial from a former boss or happy client is powerful social proof that speaks way louder than a simple click ever could. And if you want to stay visible, you've got to participate. That homepage feed isn't just for mindless scrolling. Liking, leaving thoughtful comments, and sharing relevant content from people in your network, that's how you stay top of mind.
It shows you're plugged in and engaged with your industry. Okay, so how do we take all this work, the profile, the network, the engagement, and turn it into actual real-world results? Well, with everything in place, you can now start using LinkedIn strategically to hit specific goals, like landing that dream job or generating new business leads.
If you're on the job hunt, it's about so much more than just browsing the job board. The real power comes from being found by recruiters because of your keywords. It's about asking your network for those warm introductions, tapping into that surprisingly powerful alumni network, and following the companies you'd love to work for. Now, LinkedIn gives you a very obvious way to signal you're looking, and that's the #OpenToWork feature. You know the one. It adds that green banner to your profile photo. It's basically a big, flashing sign for recruiters that you're available. But that, of course, brings up that huge, very common fear. What if my current boss sees it? What if my whole company finds out I'm looking for a new job? And this is where the source material gives a really crucial warning. While LinkedIn has settings that try to hide your status from your current company, it is not foolproof. So the takeaway is simple. If you need to be discreet about your job search, you have to use this feature with extreme caution. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. So to wrap this all up, let's just distill everything we've talked about into a simple, clear action plan with the most important takeaways you need for success. All right, here we go, your quick and dirty do's and don'ts. First, do fully complete your profile. I mean, every single section. Don't leave anything blank. Do add value to your network by sharing useful stuff, not just constantly self-promoting. And do cross-promote your profile. Put that link in your email signature. Now for the don'ts, and these are big ones. Don't, I repeat, don't use the default connection request, ever. Don't use your status updates for a hard sales pitch. And finally, don't just turn off all your emails from LinkedIn. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but learn to manage them instead because you might just miss a massive opportunity. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Your network, right now, is buzzing with activity. People are sharing news, they're posting jobs, they're looking for collaborators. Just think about that vast web of connections. Who out there might be sharing the exact opportunity or the perfect connection you need, completely hidden in plain sight?